where you live or where you come from. I want to know nothing, nothing, nothing. You understand?
You scared me.
Nothing.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the films that were considered the most controversial, offensive, and/or provoked strong reactions.
I have no wish to be tortured again. Ask me a question, I will answer it.
Number 10, Pink Flamingos. If you know John Waters, you know that he likes to swim in controversial waters. The filmmaker isn't called the Pope of Trash for nothing.
The mean folks getting gross. Can't help it, girl can't help it. If she winks an eye, the bread slice turn to toes. Can't help it.
His filth masterpiece, Pink Flamingos, goes for broke with its graphic, shocking, and boundary-pushing story. Waters lets his leading star, Divine, play the filthiest person alive, with the latter engaging in some brutal acts that will either make you laugh or sick.
Please, Mr. Eggman, please don't ever quit your job. I'll always want eggs. Always and always and always.
Miss Edie, as long as there are chicken laying and truck driving and my feet walking, you be sure that I will bring you the finest of the fine.
The movie became a cult favorite while also being banned in different countries, willfully defying the concept of good taste. It's not hard to imagine censors finding it obscene considering moments like the infamous finale with a dog. All these years later, the project hasn't lost any of its edge.
Connie Marble, you stand convicted of assholism. The proper punishment will now take place. Look pretty for the picture, Connie. That's it.
Number 9, Fahrenheit 9/11.
When the second plane hit the tower, his chief of staff entered the classroom and told Mr. Bush, "The nation is under attack."
Director Michael Moore is no stranger to ruffling feathers. His documentaries delve into sensitive topics such as capitalism, gun control, and American politics. Fahrenheit 9/11 might be his most divisive film, taking a pointed look at the Bush administration in the 2000s. While some liberals loved it, many conservatives took issue with potential inaccuracies. The movie received the Palme d'Or at Cannes, but some critics claimed it was just a hit piece. Moore was already known for his confrontational style, but this documentary showed him courting even more controversy. The filmmaker continues to be a polarizing figure.
And all they ask for in return is that we never send them into harm's way unless it's absolutely necessary. Will they ever trust us again?
Number 8, A Clockwork Orange. It's fair to say that you shouldn't show this one to young children. A Clockwork Orange is yet another masterwork from Stanley Kubrick, dealing with violence in an explicit way. In the early 1970s, this sci-fi adaptation was considered brutal for its depiction of gang activity and assault.
There was a window open with a stereo on, and I viddied right at once what to do.
Kubrick even pulled the film from British theaters after concerns grew about people allegedly inspired by it to commit acts of violence. The filmmaker confronts taboo subjects here in a stylized manner, causing some audiences to recoil at Alex DeLarge's crimes. This includes a home invasion that serves as one of the movie's boldest scenes. People continue to debate its content, execution, and themes to this day.
I'm sorry, but we don't usually let strangers in.
Number 7, Borat.
My name is Borat. I like you.
Some people find this comedy to be both funny and offensive. Sacha Baron Cohen sends his Kazakhstani journalist to America, taking the nation by storm with the character's ignorance. The successful film drew praise, criticism, and even lawsuits. Several people featured in the movie did not appreciate the final product, feeling that they'd been misled or made to look foolish. Kazakhstan also took offense at more than a few gags at their expense. Cohen has a special way of luring people into funny traps, forcing them to confront taboos or politically incorrect material. The sequel brought the hero back for even more wacky hijinks.
You're very nice for having me. What's your name?
We're on air right now doing the weather.
What's your name?
We're on the air doing the weather right now. Go over here with Adrian.
Number 6, Zero Dark 30.
Amar, bro, I know that you know this dude. Just give me his email and I will give you a blanket. I'll give you a blanket and some solid food.
With some awards buzz and topical subject matter, Zero Dark 30 landed in hot water upon release. Catherine Bigelow's film dramatizes the hunt for Osama bin Laden with several depictions of torture. Viewers from all sides found these intense scenes offensive and misleading. Some felt that the movie condoned enhanced interrogation tactics, while others worried it asserted false claims about the investigation.
Bin Laden uses a courier to interact with the outside world. By locating the courier, we've located Bin Laden.
It's really the intel. That's it.
Quite frankly, I didn't even want to use you guys. With your dip and your Velcro and all your gear bullshit, I wanted to drop a bomb.
It somehow united diverse critics from Hollywood actors to Republican senators like John McCain. Even with so many people hating on it, the film still earned several nominations and won an Oscar for sound editing.
Hakeem, get him back or I'll start smoking him. Wait. Dwi ba tayo sa wawas ni? Kailan ka sa makabriwari? Go back, they won't kill you!
Number 5, Monty Python's Life of Brian.
We are 3 wise men.
Well, what are you doing creeping around a cowshed at 2 o'clock in the morning? That doesn't sound very wise to me.
Even when you're making a silly comedy, you can find yourself offending people. This happened to the Monty Python troupe after releasing Life of Brian. The film pokes fun at religion with a plot about a man mistaken for a Christ-like figure.
Hail, Messiah! I'm not the Messiah! I say you are, Lord, and I should know I followed a few. Hail, Messiah!
Many found this to be more of a frontal assault on Christianity and its founder. This led to some places taking formal action, with areas of the United Kingdom and other countries like Norway banning it. Much of the debate centered around whether or not the comedy could be considered blasphemous. The controversy only fueled its success, with the film becoming a classic regardless of censorship.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Number 4, a Serbian film.
Dano pravo, kola će vas čekati ispred kuće za pola sata. Miloše, treba samo da uđete u njih i putujete ka ostvarenju vaših snova i mojih ličnih profesionalnih fantazija. Ja dočekam da vas upoznam.
This movie might be best known for being offensive. You might not even know why, but be forewarned that this one lives up to its reputation. A Serbian Film is about a desperate man that agrees to star in a project that's disturbing on multiple levels. One of the most infamous scenes is horrifying just by description, but you could say the same for about half of the runtime.
Uđi u zgradu, opušteno, ne boj se.
Unsurprisingly, this film about a snuff film earned an NC-17 in America and was banned in many places. It's so extreme in its content that it received a wave of strong reactions from audiences and critics. Number 3, Salò, or the 120 Days of Sodom.
The bourgeoisie does not recoil from slaughter, though the victims be their loving sons and daughters.
Bill Hader once jokingly called this the best date movie on earth. It's obviously far from that, taking audiences to intensely dark places and showing the worst humanity has to offer. Director Pier Paolo Pasolini did not pull any punches, showing what happens when rich Italian men kidnap teenagers during World War II. It's an adaptation of the Marquis de Sade's work that follows power-hungry people with sadomasochistic fantasies. There's scene after scene of horrifying acts, prompting many countries to outright ban the release. It also inspired a police raid in the UK and allegations of obscenity. The movie continues to provoke audiences and challenge them with its harsh subject matter. Number 2, The Last Temptation of Christ.
I feel sorry for you. You were lonely. You cried. So I came.
I didn't call for you.
Best known for his crime dramas, Martin Scorsese also made a notable adaptation of The Last Temptation of Christ. The movie follows the title character's life and death with one significant change. In a scene that had some Christians up in arms, Christ is tempted off the cross and tries to live a normal life.
He's tested you and he's happy with you. He doesn't want your blood. He said, let him die in a dream, but let him live his life.
All the pain, that was real.
Yes, but there won't be any more. You've done enough.
This was a major point of contention among some audiences as protests and accusations of blasphemy followed. In one extreme episode, a Paris theater screening, the film was set on fire with several people seriously injured. Scorsese's life was even threatened, showing just how much some people oppose the existence of such a movie.
I want to bring salvation. Father, take me back.
Make a feast. Welcome me home. I want to be your son. I want to pay the price. I want to be crucified and rise again.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Birth of a Nation. When this film came out, it was seen as a driving force for the newest version of the Ku Klux Klan. D.W. Griffith's movie was considered groundbreaking on a technical level and otherwise morally compromised. The plot deals with Civil War and Reconstruction-era America, making the racist hate group the heroes at the end. The Birth of a Nation also drew protests from the NAACP for propping up white supremacist messaging. If you hear about it today, it's still mentioned as one of the darker chapters of early feature filmmaking. Griffith's work stands as arguably the most infamous and offensive American movie. Did we forget another offensive movie? Let us know in the comments below.
Faye, are you really not scared?
Not at all. I've been in plenty other dangerous places with him.